now that we got that out the way and the cat's out of the bag, we might as well discuss it. Hi, sweeties, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Sweet Life of Mary Kay. I'm Sweet Mary Kay, and if you caught my video from yesterday, you'll know that your girl left Dallas, Texas, okay? You know, it's out there. It is what it is. I've been gone from Dallas now for almost 5 months. So I'm past it. I just want to talk about, everything leading up to Dallas, my time there, all that good stuff. This video get too long. I might have to break it up into 2 parts because y'all to stop watching. I want y'all to watch the whole video. So I might have to make sure. I don't know. We'll see because I can talk. Okay. Anyway, let's backtrack. A year ago in February of 2021, well, we're going to backtrack to January of 2021. I received an email from the organization that I was once employed by in Dallas. And it was like, we want to set you up for an interview. First and foremost, I forgot that I applied there. Let me backtrack some more. When I was applying for jobs in 2020, I just really was adamant about getting out of Mississippi. I wanted to be in a city. I wanted to be in a bigger place. I just wanted to have more options as it pertains to activities and just stores and resources and stuff like that. I was applying everywhere. My desire was to be in Atlanta, Georgia. Ever since I was a senior in high school, and maybe even before then, I've wanted to go to Georgia. I like the location. I like the place. I could not find what I was looking for in Georgia. And so I was applying everywhere. I applied in Houston, Dallas. I applied in other states. I was looking in Alabama. I was looking everywhere because I knew I just wanted to leave Mississippi. I was ready to move out on my own, and that's just what I felt I wanted. And so this particular job, fast forward to January, that reached out to me from Dallas, I forgot I even applied to. When they reached out to me, which is, I guess this will be like my red flag, number one. They had so many stipulations, and it was like this, and this. You got to do this. You can't take off for 6 months. You can't do this for a year. You're going to be on probation. It was a lot. And I was hesitant. I really did not want to take the job. But for me, if you know me personally, I'm very strong-willed. And I also sometimes can be emotional. And so being strong-willed, but also growing up a little spoiled by my dad, I do difficult things, but I don't like to do it. And so I felt like this is something I need to fight and I need to conquer. Like, I need to take this job. I need to prove that I can do things that I might not want to do. I can do things that is just only temporary to get me to my next season, my next place. Like, I felt like I needed to take this job. It was in a new city, a big city. I had been to Dallas once. I mean, what could it hurt? It was 6 hours away from my family. So I decided to take the job. Another thing, the waiting process, originally, she was just like, it's going to be about maybe 60 days. So during that moment, I was still like, should I take it? Now, mind you, it ended up not being 60 days, but the fact that I had more time, I thought I had more time to think. I was just like, I had some more hesitation, but I was like, no, I need to fight through it. Fast forward, obviously, I accepted the job. I didn't have anything besides my hesitation, and maybe I missed it back then. There was nothing that really said, like, don't take it. But maybe that was my hesitation. These are lessons that I learned. Like, I had to really ask myself later after moving to Dallas and coming back. So anyway, it came time to move, and the snowstorm was hitting in Dallas. I was so busy, like, trying to figure out, should I even move? Because is it icy? Is it snow? How's the weather? Is it good enough to travel? Then there was even a job that reached out to me here in Mississippi. So it came up time to me to get ready to move. And I was getting my moving truck. I was handling resources, finding me an apartment, because in January, when I was offered the job, offered the interview and told me that when they told me I was moving forward, I went to Dallas. I went and looked at apartments. I had an idea of where I would want to live. And so I called that apartment up, applied, I got approved. That didn't take no time. I got me a moving truck. Like, I started doing all the things. They called me, I think maybe in the beginning of February, and they was like, can you start February 22nd? I was ready to go. So it's just me. I'm single. I didn't have many things to loose ends to tie up. So I was like, yeah. Now, I'll go ahead and say the Lord didn't tell me to go to Dallas. He didn't say, no, go move to Dallas, Texas. It's not what he told me. I believe that the Lord allowed me and permitted me to move to Dallas. I was so adamant about moving out of Mississippi. I took the first job that was called and offered to me out of the state. I felt like I wanted a new beginning. I felt like this is my time. I get to Dallas. I moved in. I got settled in, and I started my job. I already knew what a lot of the expectations were going to be. Then I got placed with a mentor. That's what they call them at that job. Ultimately, somebody to do hands-on training with me. And she was a Black lady. In the beginning, she was cool, of course. In introductory stage, they always cool. And then she just was really like snobby. She was rude. She was gaslighting. She would make comments like, oh, you single, so you could do this. It was just, girl, she was just mistreating me. And when I would bring certain things to her attention, she'll, what are you talking about? Like, she would play dumb, like, don't play with me. Honestly, that started getting to be really hard to deal with. I did not speak about it to our supervisor because I felt like, even though they say we should be comfortable in the workplace, we all know how workplace politics happen. You know, if somebody's been here for years or if they already got a relationship, it's hard to trust it. And to be honest, I was in Dallas by myself. I wasn't with my family, and I didn't want to start no like drama or anything because I know myself. And so I just didn't speak about it. And so that was one thing that was happening while I was in Dallas. And then I was having a very hard time, like emotionally, like I felt alone. I didn't have my family. It was just new. I underestimated how I would feel rooting going to a new place by myself. I felt like I was just fearless, and I was like, I could do this. And I mean, I still did it, and you know, kudos to me, but I underestimated emotions that came with it. So I'm dealing with that on the job. I'm dealing with being by myself. I'm feeling like, dang, I miss my family. And then I started the process of getting my license in Texas. So I'm going through that. I'm like, in my mind, this is still the first month. And I guess I got ahead of myself a little bit because the situation with my mentor, that didn't start until, well, it started around the same time. So yeah, y'all bear with me. I am trying to give this to y'all as best as I know how. It's been a lot, so I'm trying to give it to y'all. So anyway, as I was getting prepared to get my license, I heard clear as day, y'all. I wish you was in my brain. Clear as day, the Lord said, you're not going to be in Texas long. I said, well, I'll be. First and foremost, even though Texas was never a place I really wanted to be in, when I moved, I did not move with the intentions of leaving. Like, okay, I'm here. I'm going to settle down. I'm going to meet someone. I'm going to eventually get engaged, get married, meet friends, start a life here. I did not have no intentions of moving here and just cutting it short. So when he said that to me, I was so shocked. But I did what I could not to let that affect me. It was always in the back of my mind, but I'm like, okay, God's timing and my timing is so different. Not long could mean 10 years. Not long could mean next week. You know what I'm saying? You never really know with God. You know, you just got to trust him and let him, you know, guide you. So I tried my best not to let that affect me. I proceeded on. I got licensed in Texas. I continued with my job, and it got harder and harder. Fast forward to May, I quit. Y'all, you know, I could not do it. I'm a part of this generation of this job is not going to stress me. This job not going to bother me. This job not going to disturb my peace. Heavy on that. She was so rude to me. And the workload was already a lot, and Texas is big. It was so much. Like, there was times where it was like I was working overtime, and that was going to be a lot. You know, if you're a social worker, you know about CPS. So I quit, and I started applying for jobs. Heavy, couldn't find any. I DoorDashed a lot. Okay, your girl was door dashing every day. I had a goal. I was like, okay, I need to make $100 a day. That was about $700 a week. I was not about to just get kicked out of my apartment. I was not about to not have no money. I was going to eat. I was going to pay my bills, and I was going to do what I had to do because I made the decision to quit. And I'm grown now. Like, my parents ain't here. I made that decision. As the months went on, it started. May left. June left, July left, August left. I still didn't have a job. Like I told you yesterday, I had an opportunity. Pay wasn't good. Like I couldn't take it. So this job came open in Mississippi. Yes, y'all, I can't believe I'm back. in Mississippi. The job came available, and my mom was just like, you know, May, that's what they call me. You really gotta see if you really want to move back for that. And I didn't. I did not want to move back. So I was just like, no, I don't think I'm not gonna pursue it. And then it came up again, and I really started feeling like this was what I was supposed to do. Pursue the job and ultimately take it. Fast forward to September, I started the process of moving back here. I was like, I don't want to move back in my parents' house because it's just something about leaving and coming back. My parents would have welcomed me with open arms, but I knew that I didn't want to do that. So I don't live in my parents' home, although I come here often because I'm not far, but I don't live here. I have the option of coming and visiting, and I love that so much more. I love y'all, Mom, Dad, Ella, EJ. But anyway, I knew that I had a lease. My lease would not have been up until May of this year. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. I had 8 months left on my lease. And you know, folks ain't just letting you out a lease. So I started looking for people to take over my apartment. I'm talking about, I probably sent out hundreds of, this is my apartment, pictures, description, yada, 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 yada. Like, y'all, it was a lot. I had people say that they was going to do the apartment. I had one girl, she was like, yes, I want it. Never heard from her. I had a couple that was like, yes, I want it. Y'all, they sent me the money, everything. Took me through the motions, took my apartment complex to the motion. And how about they backed out on me? Your girl was pissed, okay? You know, some people don't like that word, and my mama would not be fond of me saying that either. But man, I was pissed, and I was upset, okay? I was upset.